Windy City with the Willis Tower and the rest of downtown Chicago lighting up the sky. Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday, hump day, and we're ready to bring you all the action. This is Kevin Harlan, and we've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Porter.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Jackson in at the three, the small forward. And for the Bulls, Young and Carter are the big men inside. Levine at the two with Porter at the three. And it's White in at the one. Well, Smitty, as we know, there's talk of playing more regular season games overseas. Good idea, or is the season hard enough as it is?
I like the balance where it is right now, Kevin. A few games you get a chance to go overseas, you know, during the season or preseason, but just add more travel, I don't know if it's a good idea.
And the Grizzlies with possession. Brooks with it. Now defended by Levine. Jackson, that's good.
And you can see now Jackson starting to shoot that shot with ease. A lot of confidence now flowing through the young fella.
Now here's White. Outside, Levine. Pass to Porter. And two free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Josh Jackson.
In his last year of college, Porter got to the line 5 times a game. But in his NBA career, he's gotten there less than 1.5 times a game.
And the first one drops.
Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And Steve, for the Bulls fans, their hopes lie in their young core.
Totally agree. The Bulls should focus on developing that core. Have a good blend with Levine, Markkanen, and Carter. They just need to keep their eye on the prize.
Here's White. Jaren Jackson making his last shot. Left side, Levine. Launches a three. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Nice form. The elbow right in line. Zach LaVine has a fantastic looking shot.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Taylor Jenkins and I shared a few minutes together. There are few players more gifted athletically than Zach LaVine. Coach made it clear their focus is trying to contain him offensively. Good luck with trying to keep him between the ball and the basket.
Thank you, David. Porter, no luck.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
It's hauled in by the Bulls. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And they brought the energy. I thought played well, but both teams really put on a great show. Unfortunately, someone had to lose.
Nothing to hang their heads over. When you have two evenly matched teams on a given night, it's anyone's ball game.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Brooks outside. The pass to Valanciunas. And it's sent back by Carter.
That time, Carter's length and vertical paying dividends. He has tremendous potential as a rim protector.
Jay Crowder's checked in for Jackson. Here's Porter. Now in the scoring column with that bucket, 1 for 2 this game.
One of the keys to Porter's development, becoming more versatile offensively. There, he attacks in the lane.
Morant with it. White's there. Up top, Crowder. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Jackson. With the fadeaway. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Now here's White. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
Now Porter after the missed 3 from Jay Crowder. Young's shot is off.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Outside, White. On the wing, Levine. From downtown, gets the three-pointer to fall. Levine's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Chicago. Here's Morant. A 26-point game for him in the win against Indiana.
You can't forget about how great he was at forcing contact and getting to the line. He racked up a lot of easy points at the line that way.
Now here's Morant. Tries from 16, and it's Memphis with another.
Because he's so shifty and controls the pace, Morant can kill you in that mid-range area.
And White kicks to Levine. Pass to Porter. Six to shoot. Shoots over Crowder. No good off the back of the rim. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Brooks. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Grizzlies. That one was played in Memphis.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
You know what? That's unfair to the bench to expect them to pick up all of the slack. They need to stay away from slapping and reaching.
And with Otto Porter, the skills are always apparent with his play. And Smitty, you just like when he's playing aggressively on the floor.
Yeah, it's something that his former coach, Scott Brooks, was always trying to promote to Porter. When he becomes more than just a catch-and-shoot threat, that's when his game is at its best.
Here's Morant after the made shot from Wendell Carter. Valanciunas passes to Crowder. His three-pointers off the mark. The Bulls leading by 4. And it's Young at the elbow. Shoots from 14, and that one is off. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
You know, I love what the coaches did tonight. They pushed the right buttons time and time again.
Now here's White. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go. And they pick up 2.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a winning player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays.
Bulls making a switch here. Markkanen's checked in. And now in the first half of December, more games under our belt. The power rankings starting to take shape. Take a look at the Jazz. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And checking out Chicago, they believe they can be more competitive than they've shown. It's still very early in the season, so the optimism for a successful run is still there.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
They had some turmoil for the Grizzlies last season. Player confrontations in the locker room, confusion over which Brooks they were including in a trade, Marshawn or Dillon. I think they're happy to turn the page.
The Grizzlies trail by 6. Tipped away. White drives in. Yep, it counts. White's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Smitty, talk about the turmoil for the Grizzlies last season. The trade talks surrounding Gasol and Mike Conley had to be a distraction.
And come to find out, even the front office and the coaching staff were on the hot seat. They held exit interviews and addressed the media. A few hours later, they were let go. Some awkward moments for sure.
Here's White after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. Levine can't hit. Now here's Morant. White covering. Morant with it. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Unloads from 13. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
He finds a little space. Crowder plays offense with his mind as much as his physical abilities.
White dishes to Carter. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact. And you look at Wendell Carter Jr., the center out of Duke. Fantastic blend of size and mobility. A lot to like about what he can do.
And the first one at the line is good. And with Wendell Carter Jr., we saw flashes of his potential last season.
Easy to see why he was a snap pick at 7 for the Bulls back in 2018. As he gets more comfortable in his role and his teammates lean on him, he could be a force.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Clark, he's checked in for Jackson. Anderson comes in for Brooks. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Morant.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Crowder inside, guarded by Porter, and he's able to get it back. The fader, and the shot's good from Crowder.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Drains it from beyond the arc. 6 points for Otto Porter Jr.
Off the catch, that's when I feel like Porter is most in rhythm with his shot.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. Outside Crowder. Pass to Valanciunas. It's stolen by Carter. Here's Porter. Here's Markkanen. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You're looking at the list of the NBA's top shooters from behind the arc for the past month. 5th, Otto Porter Jr.
Sometimes a three-point shooter gets into that rhythm and just keeps carrying it over. That's been the case for him the entire month.
First free throw is good. You know, Smitty, you watch Markkanen. He's just built for the modern NBA.
Yes, he's an incredible weapon on the pick and pop with his shooting touch. You could see that being his go-to move, Kevin, for a long time.
Both good from the line that time. Hey, Smitty, every NBA player has their Mount Rushmore. Every NBA fan does. The 4 players they consider the best of all time. So I'll ask you, who is on your NBA Mount Rushmore?
I would say Michael Jordan, Kevin, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Kobe Bryant. Those are by 4.
Just 4 to shoot. Fader on the way. No good from Valanciunas.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
And the Bulls with another miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
The offensive rebound.
Went to the fadeaway. Didn't need to, though. Probably cost him some points.
Here's Levine. A second chance effort. And there's the bucket from Markkanen. And the Bulls lead by 11.
For a stretch 4 who spends a lot of time on the perimeter, Markkanen does a good job attacking the offensive glass.
Jones, the pass to Valanciunas. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
And here's a look at the stats for Jonas Valanciunas. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. 4th in blocks. And he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And yeah, he's been a brutal shot blocker all season long. As you said, top 5 in the league. He's a dangerous force to face inside. Levine can't hit.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Felicio's checked in for Carter. Valentine comes in for Porter. Donnie's checked in for Zach LaVine. And Satoransky subbed in for White. And Memphis also making a switch. Allen's checked in. Here's Clark. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. But he recovers it.
Markkanen with the nice block shot. His size has been a factor in this game.
Valentine with it. He's against Allen. The shot by Valentine, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Jones in the post. Dunn covering. And the drought buries the jump shot. Chicago's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Out to the wing. Takes the 3. He can't hit that time. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Here's Jones. It's blocked, and they'll keep possession.
Tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score.
Memphis shooting their first free throws of this game.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
Well, not an easy time on offense for the Bulls last year. They struggled mightily on the offensive end. 3rd worst in the league in effective field goal percentage.
That one misses.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
And with the Bulls an effective field goal percentage, it's due to their lack of outside shooting.
Yeah, this team can shoot decently from outside. They just choose not to. Last in the league in threes. Just a play-style decision the organization is going with.
And here's Jones after Chris Dunn made that last 3-pointer. To the inside, Valanciunas. The shot will not fall. And it's Chicago the other way.
He has gone ice cold this quarter. Obviously not helping their cause.
Passes it to Valentine. Puts it up from 12. Valanciunas grabs the board.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
Clark, the pass to Jones. Valanciunas inside. That shot no good.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
And here are the Grizzlies now. The Bulls getting the bucket. Jones looking for an opening. Shot clock at 6. No good there. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. It's the Bulls. They lead by 13. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin for the Bulls here, guys.
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
Here's Jackson. He had 19 points in the win against Indiana. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. We've got Allen. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Clark. Then it's Josh Jackson. And it's Jones in at the point. Just 5 to shoot. Jackson has the open look. Kept alive. Here's Valanciunas. And he comes up with the deuce. Valanciunas has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Grizzlies. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. The pass to Satoransky over Jones. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
With Dunn, this is his focus. Keep the ball moving. Keep everyone involved.
Here's Clark. He's guarded by Markkanen. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And last season, the Grizzlies increasing their rate of three-point attempts, but still bottom 6 in attempts and percentage.
This team needs more shooting. Shooting. The grit and grind era is over. Their offense has to be more dynamic.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Smitty, I heard this the other day, letting a player stay in the game after his 6th foul, but granting an extra free throw to the other team. What do you think of that?
Kevin, that's crazy. I mean, no way. I
knew you'd say that. I knew you would say that.
I do summer league games, and I watched this 10 fouls. There's no way we could have had that many fouls when I played. We have to keep it at 6 foul, and you're out.
And this Memphis team stakes its identity on defense.
Last season, top 3 in block percentage. They make their stand at the defensive end.
Here's Felicio. 9 points last game. Dunn, Young left side. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Young's got the lead up to 13 now for the Bulls. Outside, Jones. On the wing, Jackson. Fades back. He doesn't hit that one. Now Chicago takes it the other way. To the middle, here's Young, and it's slammed in by Young.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
The Grizzlies trail by 15. Allen dishes to Jackson. Allen against Dunn. A floater. Allen, that's good. Allen's got his first bucket in this one. The Bulls have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Satoransky looking around. Dunn right side. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's his first foul. Brooks checked in for the Grizzlies. Morant comes in for Jones. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Now here's Morant. Defense right on him. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
Allen against Dunn. Pass to Young. To the right side. The three from Valentine. Some solid defense there from Jackson. The Grizzlies trail by 13. To the paint. Valentine grabs the board.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Chicago Bulls continue to be a team in rebuild mode. They traded for Otto Porter at the deadline last season, and that seemed like a turning point. It lessened the logjam in the front court, and his versatile game fit well with some of the young players. Now that they've added rookie Kobe White with other moves this summer, fans are eager to see this young team take the next step. Kevin?
And David, they've got some pieces too. Thank you. Here's Felicio. Feeds to Young. Stolen by Jackson. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now here's Morant. Satoransky covering. And that one's good. Morant.
Fantastic instincts there by Morant. Sizing up the D and then just taking what he sees.
And Satoransky kicks to Valentine. Young against Jackson. 5 to shoot. Another one falls for Chicago.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
They grab their own miss. Jackson misses.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
You know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
And the Bulls had Boylan step in as an interim coach last season, Smitty, but decided to give him the keys to the car this year as well.
A surprise move, as Boylan immediately was at odds with the players. Management sided with the coach. Interesting message to send to a young team looking to develop.
That free throw missing.
And last year, the Bulls having issues moving the ball was actually a strength for them in the seasons prior.
Totally agree. You look at all the relevant team assist stats. The Bulls were bottom 5 in all of them. This team, they fall into too much isolation for stretches.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Carter comes in for Felicio. And Levine subbed in for Valentine. Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of three-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting threes.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more three-point field goal attempts takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the three. Work on your game and what's best for you.
White, he's checked in for Chicago. Young against Crowder. Brooks with no one around. The Grizzlies with another miss. Chicago leading by 16. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And then Carter with the dunk.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Here's Morant after the made shot from Wendell Carter. Morant with it, and it's Carter picking him up. And that one's good. Morant.
The handle and the acceleration. Morant moves around the court with the ball on a string.
Dunn passes to Carter. From 17 feet out, and it's Chicago scoring again.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And so Brooks will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They trail by 18. Pass to Morant. From 12 feet out. That one's not going to go. And the Bulls going the other way now. Down low, here's Young. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. The Grizzlies trail by 20. Now Morant. He's got 6. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Outside, Levine. And Levine with the slam.
An explosive, high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
Now here's Morant. Brooks outside. And stolen by Dunn. And here comes White, leading the fast break, stolen by Brooks. Now here's Morant. Defense is right there. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Dunn dishes to Young. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 5 assists tonight.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Memphis has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Passes it to Morant. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here.
And checking out the stats here for Brooks. His last 10 games, he's putting up 9 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And for him, it's all about getting better each time he takes the floor.
Also, he needs to avoid distractions on the court and off the court. Just focus on the job at hand.
And the Bulls making a change here. Porter's checked in. Anderson, he's checked in for Memphis. 4 on the clock. Here's Morant. That one rolling around and rims out.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
You see Zach LaVine in the Bulls uniform, and it's hard not to think of the trade that sent him here. He was a big part of the deal that sent Jimmy Butler out of Chicago.
Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Chicago. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at Memphis, lurking in the basement of the conference for the time being. They're not pleased with their performance so far this season.
And for the Grizzlies, they've fallen all too quickly down to that spot at the bottom of the standings. If any team needed a bright start, it was them.
Yep, they're already been written off by a lot of people this season. I'm not ready to give up on them quite yet, but they better show me something soon.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And with LaVine and the Butler trade, there were a lot of critics at the time. But you know what, Greg? It's worked out for the Bulls.
And Kevin, the Bulls took a chance with LaVine, and he's developed into a bright young star. Took another risk giving him a big contract after the injury, but he's come back better and stronger since then.
Now here's Brooks. He's coming off a 10-point game against Indiana.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous.
Here's White, following the basket by Ja Morant. And White kicks to LaVine. White looking around. And the pass to Carter. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Anderson. Memphis has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Fades and shoots. He gets it in there.
trying to become a better scorer on all three levels. This time, Anderson attacking the interior.
Now here's White. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Levine finds White. Not happening with that shot. He's put up 5 and made 2. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That is his first foul of the game. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Valanciunas is checked in. Now here's Morant. White covering. Pass to Crowder. Inside. Here's Valanciunas. Lays it up and banks it in. Valanciunas has got 6.
When you earn your keep inside, you get used to fighting through contact. Valanciunas getting it done.
Outside, Levine. Carter down low. Valanciunas is there. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
Free throw good, Levine.
One criticism of Jim Boylen before getting extended was his offense. Called too slow and too methodical. He addressed that this offseason by getting a top assistant to redesign the offense.
And Memphis making a change here. Jones is checked in. And so Levine nails both of them. And Steve, for Boylen, a first-time head coach, a smart move to shore up his staff, though.
We see a lot of coaches now hire a specialist assistant coach to delegate part of that game to. Lets guys like Boylen focus on player development and defense.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
White drives in, and Levine with the slam.
And we've seen this before. Zach with the ability to put up points in bunches.
Memphis has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Jones, the pass to Valanciunas. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 8 points for him.
Here in the second quarter, he's looking much more comfortable with his offense.
Chicago leading by 22. There's the feed to Carter. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And now Jones running the floor all by himself.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yes, getting a little ahead of himself on that play.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
And it's Jones with the ball for Memphis. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Crowder against Carter. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Carter. Markkanen kicks to White. Morant with the steal. Good work there as it goes. Morant's got 10 points.
What's amazing about Morant, he racks up steals even though he doesn't naturally gamble a lot.
White the pass to Levine. Valanciunas on the double team. Crowder against Markkanen. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Outside Crowder, top of the key Morant. Pass to Valanciunas. Crowder from outside. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds in this game. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's his first foul. Some changes for Chicago. Felicios checked in for Wendell Carter. And Satoransky subbed in for White. Then for the Grizzlies, Clark, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. And Grayson Allen subbed in for Morant. Now here's Levine. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Kings in Sacramento. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Passes to Satoransky from the arc. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 3 assists in the game. Outside, Jones. And the last-second attempt does not go in for him.
I like the defense there by Zach. Stays aware and gets himself in perfect position.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Bulls out front, running away with it. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Zach LaVine led the way in the first half. He had 16 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
They had a tremendous first half from the three-point line. Their shot selection was pretty sound, considering how many threes they took. And the confidence of the shooters, now that's outstanding.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
They were brick city, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for Chicago right now, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And small forward and power forward, Porter and Young. And it's Carter in at the pivot spot manning the middle.
The persistence of Valanciunas paying off in a big way on the glass. He is just a tremendously hard worker.
And finished off by Porter.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
Here's Morant after the Bulls pick up 2. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Jackson with it, now guarded by Porter. Feeds it to Valanciunas. Another shot.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
Porter, no luck. For Memphis, they've gotten just 1 of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break.
A changing of the guard for the Grizzlies. Their star veterans traded away. They held out as long as they could, but it was time.
Here's White after Josh Jackson's bucket. White dishes to Carter, lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Carter's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Yep, that one goes in there. And those great veterans, Marc Gasol, Mike Conley, Tony Allen, Zach Randolph had become a part of the fabric, Steve, of the Grizzlies franchise and the city of Memphis.
Tough to move on from that level of connection. All good things, though, have to end.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala. who was actually Laurie's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me in the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks.
And you can argue this is White at his best, just an absolute terror in transition.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls for White.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
Now here's Morant. 10 points for him. And finished off by Morant.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. Dishes it to Brooks. He kicks to Morant. Clock at 6. There's the 3. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And let's take a minute now to give a tip of the cap to the top rookie defenders in the NBA this season. And you look at White, such quick hands, second in the NBA. And, of course, Ja Morant doing just as much.
And really both showing a gift at the defensive end, applying pressure and picking pockets.
To the middle. The kick out to Young. Off the left rim and out. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Chicago. Denzel Valentine comes in for Otto Porter Jr. and Chris Dunn subbed in for White. For Memphis, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Now here's Morant. Not a lot of room.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
One of the areas where he has excelled all season long. How about 87% from the line?
First free throw is good.
And the potential of Morant is sky high. A dynamic guard. He plays with a Russell Westbrook type edge and intense on both ends.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Dunn looking over the floor. The pass to Valentine. To the paint. Stolen by Jackson. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Lays it in off the breakaway. Jackson's got 4 points this quarter.
And you got to admire the speed of Jackson. He's a nightmare in the open floor. Just has a knack for being in the right place at the right time.
Now, here's Dunn. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Young. And again, no good by Chicago. The Grizzlies trail by 20. And here is Brooks. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
One shot. One shot.
Chicago leading by 17. Done outside. They could use a bucket. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the dunk by Jackson.
And Jackson, no doubt, a high flyer. When he has some speed behind him, he is zoned in on finishing strong.
Now, here's Dunn. Levine up top. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Those are the plays you want from Valanciunas on the defensive end. Didn't hesitate to challenge the shot.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, for Josh Jackson, not really the sophomore season he was hoping for. Didn't take a major leap forward and saw him fighting for reserve minutes at times.
That one is off. And with Jackson, Greg, they just need to see more from him.
The upside, it's still there for Jackson, but nothing is guaranteed in the NBA. He needs to keep working on his game to live up to the lofty draft expectations.
Markkanen, he's checked in for Carter. So he can't get either to fall.
Yeah, and the versatility of Jackson's game. He's a super confident kid who certainly has the potential to be a star.
Now here's Levine. 16 points for him. Here's Young. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Young's got 14. The Grizzlies trail by 17. Morant with a wide open look. Off target from outside. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Valentine passes to Young. Back to Valentine. And the 3 off target.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The Bulls leading by 17. Levine kicks to Valentine. The putback. Young against Jackson. Valentine with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And the shot goes in.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Well, Chicago has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Brooks against Dunn. Pass to Levine. Markkanen down low. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Fires it up. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Morant. And it's 13 points for Josh Jackson.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Here's Dunn. Right side, Markkanen. Over Jackson. Markkanen, good. Markkanen's got 6.
Another place where Markkanen's size really comes into play. He can shoot over anyone from mid-range.
Memphis has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
Felicio's checked in for the Bulls. Satoransky comes in for Valentine. Memphis also making some changes. Clark, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. Kyle Anderson comes in for Dylan Brooks. And Jones subbed in for Morant. It's tipped. Now Levine. 16 points for him. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. And here are the Bulls now. The lead is 15. Lobbed up there for Dunn. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. And for Memphis, they're shooting for the game at 42%. Anderson against Dunn. Pass to Clark. Poked away. 6 to shoot. Jackson passes to Anderson. Trying his luck from deep. A new 14 for the Grizzlies. Jones, no one around him. No good from outside.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. 8 points for him.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
Down low, Valanciunas, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And last season, Jonas Valanciunas averaging the fewest minutes of his career. Greg, at the same time, he was playing the best basketball of his career.
I mean, his scoring per minute through the roof. Rebounding at a career high level. He can dominate inside, especially at that offensive end.
He misses the free throw.
For a player his size, Valanciunas has always been a good free throw shooter. We won't see a hack of Val anytime soon.
Some changes for Memphis. Crowder comes in for Jackson, and Allen subbed in for Tyus Jones. And he sinks the second. And so here is Chicago. It's an 18-point game. Now here's Levine. He's got 16. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And Satoransky kicks to Levine. Over Clark. Got it. Nice one there from Levine. Levine's got 18 points in the game.
That's something you can't defend. Zach using his vertical to shoot over the top.
Allen finds Valanciunas. Clark for 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Levine's got 4 rebounds in this game. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Clark for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. He has 6.
And this is what the coaching staff loves when they watch Clark, wanting to improve his shooting off the catch.
Now here's Satoransky. 8 points for him. Passes it to Markkanen. 9 feet out. Shoots over Crowder. And there's the bucket from Markkanen. Markkanen's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I like this. I really do. He recognizes the mismatch, simply rises up and fires.
The Grizzlies trail by 19. Allen right side. Kicks it to Clark. Anderson outside. Allen outside. He dishes it to Valanciunas. Clark for 3. No good on that one. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Here's Satoransky. On the wing, Levine, guarded by Valanciunas. Now the pass to Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
50 seconds left to play here in the third. Allen against Satoransky. Three-pointer. Allen's shot is off.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
Chicago making some changes. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Zach LaVine, and it's White in for Chris Dunn. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Morant, he's checked in for Grayson Allen. Now here's Valanciunas. He's got 11. Now here's Morant. White covering. Here's Valanciunas. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Outside, White. And White slams it in. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 12 assists.
And at 6'5", White more than capable athletically. Like the aggressiveness there.
Clark for three. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Chicago. Riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The Bulls leading by 23 on the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Anderson. Then it's Morant. And it's Clark in at the 3 spot. Here's Porter. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Pass to Morant. Steve, how do you feel about the top college players getting some sort of compensation for their work?
You know, I don't know about top college players, Kevin. I think if you're going to do it, it has to be all college players because it's a team. And I think if you look at it, some of the ways I would love to see it, if those guys can get health insurance benefits, if they can get a longer time to finish their education. I love that type of compensation.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And even as a rookie, you could see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young.
So for the Bulls, Chandler Hutchison comes in for Markkanen, and it's Ryan Arcidiacono in for White. Caboclo, the pass to Anderson, launches it, hits it from three-point range. And with Carter, he's only going to get better over the years.
The upside is easy to see. He always finds ways to contribute to this team. Not sure if he'll be a star, but he'll be a rock on the offense and defensive end for a long time.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Pass to Caboclo. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Pass to Melton. Shot clock at 6. He can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Porter.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Here's Clark, guarded by Porter. Porter with the steal. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's Hutchison. Here's Carter to the inside. It's Clark with the rebound.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
And so it's Archie Diacono with it. He brings it up for Chicago. The pass to Satoransky. Now here is Carter. And it's blocked, but he stays with it. Tries again. The shot that time not on target. And it's Memphis the other way. Inside. And then Clark slams it in.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
The Bulls have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Here's Archie Diacono. Pass to Carter. Here's Archie Diacono. That three off the mark. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pass to Caboclo. Steve, you know, there is some hostility we're finding between the media, some teams and players, boycotting of certain journalists. Coach Steve Kerr said it's a dangerous situation. What's your view?
You know, I think it is from a standpoint of from a players and organization with the media, but I think also the media, somebody's going to have to police those guys as well. We got to have it where we're both on the same team. You might not agree, but you got to be on the same team.
I agree. Now here's Anderson following the miss by Otto Porter. Melton, no good.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And players now, Steve, more able to dictate where they want to play. How has free agency changed since you came into the NBA?
I think the signing of shorter contracts, Kevin, guys with player options. And then I think also for a lot of players, they're not taking as much money, leaving money on the table because the endorsement deals off the court is making up for some of their money on the court.
And that one misses. Young's checked in for the Bulls. Valentine comes in for Satoransky. Good on the second free throw. So much new technology, a lot of it so exciting, Steve. Did you see the demo of the jersey that can change a player's name and number the other day? Wow, that was something.
I did. I saw the demonstration that Adam Silver did. It is fantastic. I was thinking about myself, Kevin. I played for 7 teams. That's a lot of changing of the name and number.
It really is. Here's Hutchison. Tyus Jones picking up that last basket. Hutchison passes to Porter. Here's Hutchison, guarded by Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Porter. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Here's Jones. Outside Jackson. Lots of room. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Here's Hutchison. Brooks covering. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Well, Smitty, the league's unveiled a new way for fans to watch. 99 cents. You get a 10-minute viewing pass for every out-of-market game. That's something.
I love it, Kevin, because I think a lot of times with social media, people are start talking about a game, and you can jump right in and get a chance to catch the most important part of the game.
And making it so affordable.
Yes, indeed. 99 cents. That sounds good to me.
The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. And here's Jones. Got a piece of it. Porter with the steal. Here's Hutchison. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Porter with the steal. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Carter leading the charge. Here's Hutchison, guarded by Jackson. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Here's Jones, following the basket by Otto Porter. Here's Jackson. Misses off the right iron.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Valentine lays it up off the glass. Valentine's got his first bucket of the night.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Steve, it seems like criticism of NBA officials is reaching a very interesting level. We see players, coaches, and now even executives confronting these officials over their calls.
You know, I know we love the word transparency, but I think also for these referees, because of technology as well, we're seeing these players from so many different angles. And all we want to talk about, if we're coaches and executives and players, are the plays they miss. And I think that's what we're, putting too much energy in.
Chicago making some changes. Levine's checked in for Denzel Valentine. And it's White for Chandler Hutchison. And Memphis also making a switch. Morant, he's checked in for Tyus Jones. Grizzlies shooting it well here in the fourth quarter at 50%. That's tipped. Valanciunas passes to Morant. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
The rugged toughness of Morant. Excellent at fighting through there and capitalizing in style.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Felicio's checked in for Wendell Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Young. Harrison's checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Ryan Arcidiacono in for White. And that one misses.
And purely from a physical standpoint, John Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
Here's Felicio. That one doesn't go.
Oh, I don't believe that. He's better than that. Come on.
From past the arc. Rebound by the Bulls. Felicio's got his 6th rebound on the night. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Here's Arcidiacono. Passes it to Harrison. There's the pass to Porter. 6 to shoot. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1-3 in the first half. Nothing in the second.
Some nice passing there by Memphis. That's tipped. In transition, here come the Bulls. And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got 6 in the quarter.
Though we don't think of Porter as an uber athlete, he shows great speed running the floor.
Here's Morant. And he overshot that one, missing.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense. He might have gotten over eager.
Here's Harrison. Allen with the rebound. The Grizzlies have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. We were just talking about this, Steve, as the game of basketball always evolves. You look at the WNBA now. The quality of play there is terrific.
The talent level in the WNBA is at an all-time high. I love watching and gaining some tricks on how they play the game. And also, Kevin, athletically, there's a lot of young ladies being able to dunk the basketball now.
Absolutely amazing. You're right, Steve. Now here's Morant. He's covered closely. Porter looking it over. Here's Arcidiacono. Back to Porter. Out to the right wing. Shoots from the baseline. Here's Felicio. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Salvage the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Chicago.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And you know, this is a win they wanted badly, guys. They did not want to get swept in the season series.
Well, you look at guys like Otto Porter, Greg. He just brings so much with his consistent outside jumper.
And guys, he's shot threes at a tremendous clip the last few seasons. I mean, really for his whole career. Sometimes can be a bit passive, so you just make sure he's involved and looking for his shot.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. We always see these sponsorship patches on these uniforms now, Steve. This is the 3rd and final year of the test run. I think it's here to stay. What do you think?
I do too. I think the numbers have also coincided that it's here to stay. I think also the revenue. I think people love it, and I think the sponsorship helps.
D'Anthony Melton. He's checked in for Morant. And Porter drops them both. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Chicago has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Arcidiacono. And the Bulls with another miss. And so it's Memphis with it. It's Allen with the drive. Here's Jackson. Felicio with the rebound. The clock now can just run out for the Bulls. Harrison kicks to Arcidiacono. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.